Let us also welcome in another of my former colleagues on Capitol Hill, the one-time chairman of the Select Committee on Intelligence, Pete Hoekstra. Pete, it is good to have you back. You heard Buck's assessment. Just how bad is it using air power only?
Well, it's a disastrous strategy, and clearly it's not working. Chairman McKeon is absolutely right. But, we can't only focus on this failed part of the strategy. You need to take a look at what ISIL is doing in the rest of the region. They're about ready to take Kobani, which would be disastrous. They are making progress in Al Anbar province in Iraq, but they're also making progress in other parts of the area. They are gaining territory in Libya. They are getting affiliates all across North Africa into the Arabian Peninsula. We are not winning at this point.
Well, we look at this, and the debate in this country continues on the possibility of having some sort of ground presence. You and others have noted, for all intents and purposes, we already have boots on the ground. Why is the president and other members of his administration, why are they so reticent to acknowledge that reality?
Well, this president came into office vowing to end the wars, which, we've pulled out of Iraq, we pulled out of Afghanistan. Big debate as to whether we are doing that in a successful way. All the indications are that, the strategy with no troops left behind, and that is what got us into this predicament into Iraq. This president, as he should be, a president should be very, very reluctant to commit American troops, but in the face of this kind of activity and success that ISIS is enjoying, it's time to get boots on the ground. If it's not American troops, and I do work for the Kurds. The Kurds, as they are demonstrating in Kobani right now, they are ready and willing and able to fight. But, we need to be arming people like the Kurds who are willing to put boots on the ground, who are willing to engage in the fight, who are willing to take casualties. So if we're not going to put U.S. troops on the ground, let's at least make sure that our allies, people like the Kurds who have been working with us for more than 20 years, who share our values, get them the military equipment they need, get them the humanitarian relief that they need, and get it to them on an accelerated basis.
Fair enough, Pete. Let me let you know now you're about to be outnumbered 2 JDs to 1 Pete, because we're calling in JD Gordon, the former Defense Department spokesman, who is Skyping in from Washington. JD, let me talk to you. You hear Peter making the case for really arming the Kurds. Turkey has been inactive. If Turkey continues to drag its feet, do you share Pete's assessment that you got to get the help to the Kurds and just let them go?
I absolutely agree with Pete. I think we have to do a better job of arming the Kurds and training the Kurds. The Kurds are really outmanned and outgunned. And, Turkey is kind of glad to see that in a way, because the Kurds have wanted their independent state for quite some time. So the Turkish Kurds have fought the Turkish government for an independent state, and that's why the Turks are just kind of letting the Syrian Kurds get hammered by ISIS across the border. So I think we have to do a lot more to arm and train the Kurds. Right now they're just getting hammered because ISIL has tanks and they've got heavy weapons, and so it's not a fair fight right now. We've got to do a better job to support the Kurds.
30 seconds left, Pete. Erdogan in Turkey just spells it out. He says PKK. That's what they're worried about in Turkey. Is that fair?
Not at this point. This is not about Kurdish independence. This is about defeating ISIS. I hope that the Turks get more involved. That's their decision. But, what you're seeing here is you're seeing total division among the folks who are opposed to ISIS. The Turks don't want to get more involved. The Iraqi government is ineffective. The coalition is taking different sides in Iraq. They're taking different sides in Syria. They're taking different sides in Libya.
And we got to take time right now to step aside. We'll be right back to talk more about this subject right after this.